Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, the exercise Malabar is sometimes seen in the news. It is a India-Russia military exercise, the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force joint exercise, India-USA air exercise, or Quad members naval exercise. The correct answer is option D, Quad members naval exercise. Recently, the 31st edition of the Malabar multilateral exercise comprising India, Australia, Japan and the US will be held in Sydney. Exercise Malabar will be followed by OSINTEX, the India-Australia bilateral naval exercise. Indian Navy has deployed destroyer INS Kolkata and frigate INS Sahyadri for the exercise. In addition, P-8 maritime patrol aircraft of India, Australia and the US will take part in the exercise with focus on anti-submarine warfare. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Majority of the answers in the comment section were correct. Keep answering like this. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the production linked incentive scheme for food processing industry. 1. It is a central sector scheme. 2. It is fully funded by the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the production linked incentive scheme for food processing industry was discussed in the monsoon session of Parliament. The PLI SFPI is a central sector scheme which was approved by the Union Cabinet in 2021 with a budget of rupees 10,900 crores to be implemented from 2021-22 to 2026-27. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It consists of 3 components: incentivizing manufacturing in 4 major food product segments, promoting innovative or organic products of SMEs, and supporting branding and marketing abroad for Indian brands. It is fully funded by the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority or APIDA is associated with which of the following ministries of the Government of India? Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Renewable Energy, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, or Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The correct answer is option D, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Recently, the APIDA facilitated the export of a first trial shipment of fresh pomegranates to the USA through an air route. It was established by the Government of India under the APIDA Act 1985 and operates under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. APIDA is responsible for enhancing the export of various agricultural and processed food products from India. It facilitates the industry development, ensures quality standards, and provides support to exporters and relevant stakeholders. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the mission Indradhanush or MI. 1. It is a special catch-up campaign under the Universal Immunization Program. 2. It is conducted in the areas of low immunization coverage to vaccinate all the children and pregnant women left out or dropped out from the routine immunization. 3. The program will also focus on hepatitis B and poliomyelitis. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, as per Health Management Information System 2022-23, 6 states and UTs have achieved 100% full immunization coverage, whereas 17 states have achieved FIC of more than 90%. MI is a special catch-up campaign under the Universal Immunization Program of the Government of India. It was launched in December 2014. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is conducted in the areas of low immunization coverage to vaccinate all the children and pregnant women left out and dropped out from routine immunization. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The program will focus on 7 vaccine-preventable diseases: diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, poliomyelitis, tuberculosis, measles, and rubella. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, the World Biofuel Day is observed by which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Niti Aayog, or Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers. The correct answer is option B, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The World Biofuel Day will be observed on August 10. An event will be organized to popularize the uptake of blending of biofuel in the country, the world's third largest oil consumer. The World Biofuel Day have been observed by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas for the last 3 years. Since 2014, a roadmap has been prepared for the ethanol blending program. The amended National Biofuel Policy 2018 has now set the new target for achieving 20% ethanol blending in petrol for 2025-26 instead of 2030. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the no confidence motion. 1. It can be initiated by any member of the Lok Sabha. 2. At least 50 members of the Lok Sabha must sign a notice of motion. 3. The motion must then be debated and voted on within 10 days. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none. The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, the no confidence motion notices were submitted in the Lok Sabha against the Union government over the Manipur issue. Any member of the Lok Sabha holds the authority to initiate the motion by submitting a written notice to the Speaker indicating a lack of confidence in the current government. Hence, statement 1 is correct. At least 50 members of the Lok Sabha must sign a notice of motion for a no confidence motion to ensure that the motion is not frivolous or motivated by personal vendettas. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The 10-day deadline for debating and voting on a no confidence motion is designed to ensure that the government has a fair chance to defend itself and that the motion is not passed without careful consideration. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. 1. It is a village development project launched by the Government of India in 2016. 2. Only elected member of parliament will take the responsibility of developing physical and institutional infrastructure. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are incorrect. Recently, the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana was in the news because of the absence of any apex committee to assess the scheme. The SAGI was launched in 2014 on the birth anniversary of Jai Prakash Narayan. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Under this Yojana, members of parliament, both elected and nominated, are responsible for developing the socio-economic and physical infrastructure. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It also aims at instilling certain values in the villages and their people so that they get transformed into models for others. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the National Nursing and Midwifery Commission Bill 2023. 1. The bill repeals the Indian Nursing Council Act of 1947. 2. The NNMC will be a statutory body with a chairperson and 29 other members. 3. Every state government must constitute a state nursing and midwifery commission. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. The correct answer is option C, all 3. Recently, the Lok Sabha passed National Nursing and Midwifery Commission Bill 2023. The NNMC bill repeals the Indian Nursing Council Act 1947 because it is outdated and does not meet the needs of the modern nursing profession. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The NNMC will have a chairperson and 29 other members who will be appointed by the central government. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The members of the NNMC will be drawn from a variety of backgrounds including nursing, midwifery, education and healthcare. Every state government must constitute a state nursing and midwifery commission that will be responsible for registering, regulating nursing and midwifery education institutions in the state. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the term Luna 25 was in the news. It is related to German submarine, Russian lunar lander, US military satellite, or Japan's nuclear plant. The correct answer is option B, Russian lunar lander. Recently, the Russian space agency Roscosmos has announced that it will launch the Luna 25 moon mission to the lunar South Pole in August 2023. Luna 25 is a Russian robotic lunar lander. It will take about 5 days to travel to the moon. It is noteworthy that its primary landing site is near the lunar south pole, with a reserve site located southwest of the Manzini crater. Its lander features a 4-legged base housing landing rockets and propellant tanks. It is to be remembered that Luna 25 is the first mission in the Russia's Luna Globe program, which is a series of robotic missions to the moon. It is to be noted that it carries 8 science instruments including gamma ray and neutron spectrometers, infrared spectrometers, mass spectrometers, and imaging systems. The lander is expected to operate on the lunar surface, studying regolith and exospheric dust and particles for approximately 1 year. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Select Committee. 1. It is permanent in nature. 2. The actual number of memberships is fixed. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, a motion to refer a bill to a select committee was moved by an MP in the case of the Delhi Services Bill. A select committee is an ad hoc or temporary committee which is set up for a specific purpose. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The actual number of memberships of the select committee is not fixed. It varies from committee to committee. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. If it is a joint committee, the proportion of members from the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha is 1:2. The chairman of the committee is appointed by the chairman of the Rajya Sabha from among the members of the committee. The member or minister in charge of the bill is generally included as a member of the committee. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Last question is, which one of the following best describes the term INS Chennai, sometimes seen in the news? Shivalik class stealth multi-role frigate, offshore patrol vessel, guided missile destroyer, or Scorpion submarines for Project 75. The correct answer is option C, guided missile destroyer. Recently, the INS Chennai is deployed in the Red Sea and undertook passage exercise with the Royal Saudi naval ship HMS Al Jubail. It is to be remembered that the INS Chennai is the Indian Navy's indigenously designed and constructed guided missile destroyer. It is the third and last ship of the Kolkata class stealth guided missile destroyers, Project 15A. It is to be noted that it was constructed by the Mazgaon Dock Limited in Mumbai. INS Chennai was commissioned into the Indian Navy on November 21, 2016. It is noteworthy that the INS Chennai is armed with vertical launch and long-range surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missile systems like supersonic BrahMos and Barak 8 range surface-to-air missiles. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. The setting up of which of the following is not mentioned in the Constitution? State Finance Commission, State Election Commission, State Human Rights Commission, or State Public Service Commission? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.